Hello friends, I am Dr. Harsh Mathur from Om Netralaya, Varanasi, India. This video contains an operative procedure meant for eye surgeons for education purposes. Viewer discretion is strongly recommended. And today we will be discussing about a mid-dilated pupil, nuclear density grade 3 and how to deal with a large side port. So, while creating the side port, the patient suddenly made a jerky movement and the whole side port went inside. So now the risk of iris prolapse and eventually causing a further meiosis is a risk in this case. So I have hydrated this large incision. If this works, well and good. If the iris still prolapse, then I'll go for a separate incision at a different site. So in this mid-dilated pupil, if the iris prolapse or tends to prolapse through this large side port, then the chances of iris shutting down on me are high. So I have a pupil expansion device ready with me in case that happens. But eventually you will see that hydrating this large side port worked pretty well for me in this case, and I was able to manage this whole case. At the end, we will see that the iris is floppy, but still we managed to complete the case. So we have made a 5.25 mm of rhexis, and we will be doing a stop and chop in this case. Central deep trench is being created. Now the nucleus is rotated and the trench is extended to the other side, and once the adequate depth is achieved, approximately 80%, and the nucleus is divided into two heminuclei. You can see that the iris is trying to come out through this side port. Now the heminuclei is chopped. Hold the heminuclei at the center core and then doing a horizontal chop, and now we have 4 pie-shaped quadrants. Switching to the quadrant removal mode. And now that I have got one quadrant up, the rest will follow easily. The chamber stability is also good. The time to replenish OVD. Still there is a slight denting of the iris towards the side, but as it's not collapsing out, I am continuing with the phaco. Trying to be at the plane of the iris, and we are able to emulsify the complete nucleus. And now is the time to remove the cortex, going through the side port, and I am able to remove most of the cortex. Now I thought that the case is over, but the case is not actually over until it's over. So let's see what happens next. pupil has stayed with me. So now is the time to inject the IOL. Now wound assisted IOL is delivered in the anterior chamber. The leading haptic goes in the back and the trailing haptic is then gently dialed in. Now my plan is to remove the OVD from both behind and in front of the lens, and the moment I take my synpro cannula inside, the iris collapses out. So now I change my plan. I'm first hydrating the side port and the main incision. Gentle hydration of the walls, and then the full length of the wound is hydrated. And now going through the side port. Now the iris is behaving properly. Gently tapping the IOL to remove the visco from the bag and cleaning up the bag as thoroughly as possible. So despite the odds of mid-dilated pupil inadvertently making a large side port, we were able to manage this case. The patient was quite happy. As done under topical, the eye was not patched. I hope you like this video. Do subscribe the channel for more such videos. Thanks for watching.